Hello and welcome to the GameSpot UK podcast. I'm Mark Walton. I'm back again this week after a slight hiatus last week.
Where were you last week?
I was ill.
Oh, that was it.
And yet again, I'm not feeling too hot today.
You sound great though.
Thanks. I'm putting on my podcast voice as much as I can.
You sound a bit like you're about to cry.
It's fine.
We were teasing him
Internally and
mercilessly beforehand.
I'm trying. Anyway, so I'm having many things to cry about at the moment. Guy Cock is here.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
I've got feedback coming through my monitor. Sorry, that's no
That's
good.
all right.
Hi, hello.
Hello. Welcome to the show. Also Sarah Lynch.
Hello.
Hello. And Martin Gaston.
You right?
The classic crew of
I like how
podcasters.
enthused you are every time, Martin. You
What is happening?
So we're podcasting, and the only notes I've got written down at the top of my my sheet today is Martin, destroyer of electronics. That's what I've got written at the top.
What happened to your
What is
PC?
this?
What have you done?
I broke my computer.
Oh.
Did you get
What'd
a
you
filthy
do?
virus?
Tell the people at home the story.
So I thought I'd cool my computer better by purchasing a new heatsink.
What was wrong with the old cooling?
It just wasn't cool enough.
You were using Intel stock
I was using
cooling
the
system,
stock cooler.
which is mega
which
fail.
is allegedly fail.
Yes, it is.
And I wanted Mark to be proud of me, so I bought a new aftermarket cooling solution.
Which one did you buy?
I bought a thermal take something or other.
Very good.
It had numbers on it, and it cost me about £30, including postage.
Yep.
I installed that. As I was installing that, I dropped one of the washers, the small plastic thingamajiggers.
In a small pile of dust.
Why is that called a washer? No one knows.
I don't know.
I don't know, actually. It's a good question.
I dropped it. I couldn't find it, and I thought, whatever, I'll put it in anyway. What's the worst that can happen? Turns out the worst that can happen is that the washer landed in my power supply and caused about 4 days of intermittent crashes that I then spent all weekend trying to diagnose. So I thought it was like, oh, maybe it's my hard drive, maybe it's my graphics card, maybe it's my power supply. And I was going mad and I was having a sulk, and my girlfriend was like, it'll be okay. I'm like, it'll probably be okay if I spend money on it, but I've just spent money on this aftermarket cooling solution. And then the other day, Sunday, I think we're up to now, I took the power supply out and the washer fell out. And I was like, huh. Maybe that was it. So then I put it all back in again, sans washer and power supply, and it works now.
Yeah.
But it's still a bit hot because I think I've been diddling with it so much that I need to reapply the thermal paste.
Was it making a smell?
It wasn't making a smell, and it wasn't really making a noise. So it was quite hard to tell that the washer was actually in there. I mean, it only fell out by fluke. I mean, in an alternate reality, or many alternate realities, some Martins are still being plagued with this issue and trying fruitlessly to work out what was wrong with it.
But so,
PC gaming.
what cooling stuff are you using?
Huh?
What cooling stuff are you using?
What,
Just because
thermal adhesive?
Yes.
No, not adhesive. Thermal
paste.
Thermal paste. I'm using Arctic Silver 5.
See, the thing about Arctic Silver 5 that you need to know,
It takes 200 hours to burn in.
it does. So if you haven't got optimum cooling yet, it will take some time.
Yeah, I just think the surface didn't quite look clean enough when I was putting it down. I didn't have the right solution, so I borrowed some of Mark's, and I'm going to clean it real nice.
Have you got a microfiber cloth
Oh,
to do it with?
mate, don't talk to me like I'm some kind of amateur that doesn't know to have the right cloth.
As long as you've got a microfiber cloth,
I've got
that's fine.
2 cloths, and I use them for many things around the house because they're wonderful. Thank you.
Other cleaning?
Other cleaning?
And that's it, surely. Blankets, are you using them as...
Yes, blankets for small mice.
What?
Yeah.
You could do
Other
that.
uses for cloths.
Yeah.
You have to like, I'm being slow today, so you're just going to have to be like, just spell it out for me, okay?
I
You're
wrap the
making a
mice.
joke.
I wrap
Right.
mice in microfiber cloths, and I put them in little makeshift beds
That's actually
out
really
of
cute.
Tupperware.
I was thinking maybe like a little matchbox.
Yep, and that, and then I harvest their organs.
Use them for scientific research. Not really.
No, we
Disclaimer,
don't
not really.
hurt
And if I
small
did, it'd be the
animals.
best goddamn scientific research that man has ever seen.
I bet you Cameron Robinson does that sort of thing. In his
Probably
spare
does.
Time.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, he's into science.
He
isn't
loves science.
I think he likes science, but he likes sort of space science and.
Yeah.
You can have mice in
I
space.
don't think he likes dissecting animals.
Yeah, but if you went into space with a mouse, then that would become space science if you dissected it in space. The effects of dissecting mice in space, in zero gravity. See, there you go.
PhD.
So it
much
might be
Cameron
difficult if you
Robinson.
hadn't pinned them down properly. You could be trying to like slice as they float through the air.
Or it'd
Yeah.
be worse, like if you sliced it and then everything just floated out. Like,
There's
It
so
might
much
look
we don't know,
surprisingly
isn't there?
beautiful. These intestines floating up towards.
I reckon if someone did that, if they went on like the Virgin spaceship, took a mice up there, like filmed it on Vine and then put it in the Tate Modern, can you imagine?
That is art, isn't
Wow.
That is art. Just have it replaying that 6
Oh
seconds.
my god, you've taken science and turned it into art.
Why would you do
You
that?
freak.
Why would I do that?
Why would you
So I could-
desecrate science?
So I could sell it for all the money.
That's not what
why-
science is
That's not what
about.
science is about, unless you're a large pharmaceutical.
Yeah.
In which case,
It's
yes.
very much. about
Neither
money.
science nor art is about money.
I think art is about money.
Art can be about money.
Art really is
Especially
nowadays.
like the art of video games.
Oh.
Like what we are supposed
Anyway,
to.
Oh
Nice.
yeah, right. Sorry, it's a video game show.
Can
Video games. You know, video games are a funny thing, aren't they? You know,
What about them exactly is funny? Because I
Let's
think
see
they're
where
a-
this goes.
I think
Is
they're a
it
serious
when they have a
business.
funny plot? Are they funny ha-ha?
No,
Is it
I
funny
just-
weird?
I just mean that because I'm only playing one game at the moment, playing Ni no Kuni.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's a great game, but it's a funny old thing, you know. It's like it's just I looked at it the other day and it's like, oh, you've spent 40 hours playing this now. And I was
Right.
like, do you know what? Should I have spent 40 hours playing this?
Well,
really?
it's brought you joy.
It has brought me joy.
So,
Don't get me wrong.
you know, I
I'm
think
still
that
very much
qualifies
enjoying
it.
it. I think it's
Why was Ni no Kuni the game that made you question your time spent on it?
I don't
Surely you
know.
spent 40 hours on
I
other
think
games.
because it's
I
40
have.
hours on a single game.
No, I've spent, Final Fantasy, I spend that much time. I don't know, it's just an epiphany I had the other night when I was sat at home, like on my own.
In your
playing this.
pants eating Cheetos.
Yeah, like Sunday night, I wasn't eating Cheetos, but
Do you still get Cheetos?
yeah.
You do.
Were you
Not seeing them.
eating?
You know, New Green Supermarket
Yeah.
near us, they sell Cheetos.
Oh, nice. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Get a nice orange.
Just gonna add that to my
claw.
calendar. Buy Cheetos.
Buy Cheetos, yeah. No, Cheetos are good. But it just occurred to me.
Cheetos.
It just occurred to me
yeah.
after I'd
Not
spent
Cheetos.
Cheetos.
Yeah.
Cheetos. There's a
Cheetos.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, anyway, so that was a revelation I had at the weekend playing Ni no Kuni,
Good stuff.
which is awesome.
They're funny, aren't they? Though?
Yeah, it's funny old.
Those are video
I'm
games.
sorry.
Funny
Sorry.
I was finishing Chaos on Deponia
Good work.
that I was playing last week.
How far?
and
You must finish that by now.
I think I'm on the very, very final bit of it. So I kept on thinking I was on the last level or the last area
Yeah,
of
that happens a couple
convoluted
times, yeah.
puzzles. And then I was like, all right, it's no. And then it would open up a whole new area and then
Yeah.
open up a new one again. And I think I'm on the very final bit, but playing it on my crappy old Mac Mini, it crashed it during the sort of ending cinematic, which has sort of button prompts-ish going through it as well. And the
Yeah.
overwhelming power of moving images with commands at the same time.
It's just too much.
Was-
Too much processing.
That was far too much for my computer, so it crashed it. So I haven't been able to play the very end.
Oh.
And then I tried to play it off my cloud save yesterday, and I think through crashing,
It
my
didn't.
cloud save
Nice.
hadn't
Corrupted
worked
your cloud
properly.
save.
But I have got the right one, so maybe I'll get to finally finish it today.
What a kerfuffle.
I know, right? Although, that was it. At lunch, Johnny was playing Counter-Strike Arms Race, as we do. And they've totally opened it up past 3 maps. He was on...
4 maps now.
It's 4 maps
Whoa.
now.
What?
Imagine.
There's another map?
Yeah, they've
a
opened up-
variation of
it's-
Dust, you were
It's
saying.
Dust, I think.
Oh, why are we not playing this right now?
So I jumped on and so that I could play the new one, and I was like, oh, this will be so much fun. And I just got caught cycling through the old ones, and then I had to come on the stupid podcast.
Oh, lame. Oh, I want to get on that. That sounds
Yeah.
great.
Let's do it after the show.
That sounds mighty fun.
Mark, you're getting the mick taken out of you mercilessly in the podcast because people have
I'm
said.
not with it, I'm
well,
sorry.
you're not really, not mercilessly, but people have spent. Joey Ed has spent 400 hours on Guild Wars 2, so 40 hours isn't that bad.
No, I know it's not. I
Yeah.
know it's not
400
that bad.
hours
I'm
on
not saying.
Battlefield 3 without DLC, so yeah.
So, have some of
Yes,
that.
son.
Guys,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's bad. I know it's not bad. I'm just, it's just one of those days on Sunday. I think I was just like, what am I doing? Why?
Mary Berry 21, meanwhile, is incredibly vague. Says I might have clocked 100 hours on some games. So he may have
May
on
or may
certain
not.
games.
We
Okay.
can't confirm that at this moment in our presentation.
More information.
Yeah,
More information
will be coming
needed.
soon. Look forward to E3.
I spent about 100 hours playing Spades, says Liquid Greg.
Spades?
What Spades?
You mean the
What, the card
built-in
game?
Windows game, Spades?
That's.
or,
I mean, that could be a thing.
is
Why
that a
not?
built-in Windows game, Spades? I don't know.
No, Minesweeper is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was a few.
There are a
Free
couple, like
sale.
Solitaire.
They changed them, haven't they, now, with all the new...
Their newfangled ways. I remember
newfangled
Free
Windows
Pinball.
8-ness.
Free
I
Pinball was
can't
the
see any.
best.
Pinball was the best, yeah.
Yeah.
Or that one with the skis.
The skis?
The Windows 95 game, wasn't
Oh
it?
yeah, I remember
Oh, that
that
was
one. Yeah,
Ski
Yes.
Free. Or Free Ski.
Free
Yeah.
ski.
I don't remember that one.
Ski
I remember
Free.
Pinball.
Ski free.
I think you can play
Separate.
Ski Free still on the internet right now. Play
Cool.
Ski Free.
I'm looking it up. The most officialist ski free homepage.
That's it.
The most
wow.
officialist.
This is the best game.
Please say it's actually called the most officialist.
How do I play it?
Didn't I have like a little dancing like Yeti or monster that would
No,
like?
the Yeti games were a series of Flash games released online. And it was like the Yeti Winter Olympics, and it all involved Yetis and penguins.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm playing it
I
right
don't
now.
remember
Sorry,
those.
I'm playing
I know
Ski
way
Free.
too much about like Newgrounds Flash
yeah.
games of that era.
The best bit was when because you had like, wasn't it penguins that came across in Ski Free? And then,
Just hit a tree.
I don't
like a Yeti?
I don't remember that.
No? Okay.
I think you're confusing Yetis and penguins with the Flash games that were popular.
I'm
around
sure
the
there was a Yetis
Newgrounds
I'm
era.
sure there was as
Oh,
well.
I'm hitting all the big jumps. So if anyone wants to join me, it's newsgrounds.com/portal/view/473755.
Or just Google Ski Free.
Ski Free Flash.
Did anyone have Sky in the early noughties?
No, it was
Nah.
that cable, son.
Okay, so Sky
Never
had
had Sky.
had this game where you press the red button when it first like was a thing, and there was this game with like honeycombs in it, and it was basically like Puzzle Bobble.
Yes.
Mm.
And
I remember that.
and it was a complete knockoff of that, but it was like bee themed. I used to play a lot of
Yes.
that.
Oh, mate, I was all about Bamboozle on teletext.
Oh, Bamboozle. I used to
Oh,
Where
that was good
that?
stuff.
I was where was that?
I think you just lost half the audience with teletext.
That's true, actually.
Yes,
I know.
teletext was pre-internet.
God.
How do you
those
look
days.
up? You could look up flights on it.
Yeah, my mum and dad used to book holidays on teletext all the time.
Wow.
As any fan of Peter Kay will know, that is how people used to book holidays.
You can still go to teletextholidays.co.uk. So
Oh, yeah, it's still a
that
thing.
exists.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But there was, the games writing on teletext was great, wasn't it? Anyone read that?
Yeah.
Digitizer?
Isn't it Mr. Biffo?
Mr. Biffo,
I
yeah.
vaguely remember it.
Digitizer, yeah, it was good stuff.
Wasn't it Insincere Dave was my favourite?
Yeah, exactly.
I'd love to bring Insincere Dave back. Like I would spend any amount of money to bring Insincere Dave back to comment on all GameSpot.
What was his real name? We should
I
find
don't
out.
know. But
Paul
Insincere
Ross,
Dave
I think it was.
Insincere
Is it
Dave
Paul
was
Ross or is that's
friggin'
Jonathan Ross's?
genius.
That's Jonathan
Insincere
Ross's
Dave.
brother. Anyway,
If anyone knows, let us know. But we should get him to write something.
Paul Rose. Paul
Yeah.
Rose is his real name.
Paul Rose. Amazing.
Yeah,
What's he up to nowadays?
He's a
according to
writer
Wikipedia?
and he is working on other stuff for Channel 4. He wrote the book entitled Confessions of a Chat Room Freak. In it, Rose posed as a beautiful young woman called Loopy Lisa 21F, who chatted to men online mostly about sexual acts they wanted to do to Lisa and then published the transcripts. So
I'm buying that.
go and check
Oh,
that
that,
out.
buying it right now.
actually sounds amazing.
He's also worked on the soap opera EastEnders in 2003.
Oh, well, he needs work then. Right.
So yeah, get in touch. He's probably doing fine.
I don't know. I'm sure there's a little bit of him that thinks that the insincere Dave is
Insincere Dave was
Where-
friggin' genius.
where it was at.
Seb,
you know.
were you just playing Ski Free on the live stream?
I was.
That's awesome. I just saw it. It was brilliant.
Anything that you guys reference, I can pull it up on this computer.
Start playing.
Bring up a picture of a cow.
Cow. Yeah, cows are great, and this is why, because you're about to see a picture of a cow that is
now.
great.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Play Rick James videos.
Yeah, Rickroll the entire.
Yeah, and then Rickroll. And then I don't know. Something about video games.
There are already requests coming through. Pictures of Seb's godlike dad. That's what people want to see.
Actually, yeah,
That's what
Seb
Mary
does
Berry
have a
21
godlike dad.
wants to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, Seb, I want to see your dad.
It's getting a bit weird.
Sorry, he's just looking now and is like, no.
Oh my god, it's people racing cows as if they were horses and doing a bit of dressage with them.
That sounds
over
amazing.
jumps.
So if you've just tuned in,
Oh wow, there's cow jumping.
It's the top here for a cow.
And where is this happening? Is this in Germany?
This has got to be Germany. Who else would race cows? For the benefit of iTunes listeners, I mean,
Join us on the live stream.
join us on the live stream, but
You're missing
next
out.
week. But we just watched a video of a girl riding a cow like it was a horse
And
Yeah.
doing show jumping.
and show jumping on a cow.
Which is awesome.
That's a thing, apparently.
That is a thing.
Is that what's happened now? Cows are starting to be horses.
Oh yeah, she's German.
Of course, because if cows are horses,
Is that how
and horses
messed up
are
this is
cows,
now?
then what are elephants?
It's the next biggest scandal. The horses used in the Olympics were actually cows. Up to 70% cow was used to win the English silver.
And no one noticed.
Bronze, was it? I don't know. I forget which one we got, but we got one of
I
the
think we
goddamn
did all
medals.
right.
We
Yeah.
do well in the posh ones.
In the
Yeah.
posh ones.
It's not
Show
English, it's
jumping,
In the
not
upper class
shooting.
ones, yeah.
Sorry.
Shooting oiks.
shooting oiks.
Yeah. I was
That-
just saying the posh level of sports in the Olympics.
Yeah.
It was a lesser well watched of the Olympic sports, but probably was
There
there.
were lots of weird Olympic sports I discovered last year.
I did archery on the weekend actually.
How was it?
Yeah, it was
Did you?
really good fun. Yeah, really good. There's a place back home where my parents live. It's sort of a seaside town, and they just opened up a new gym and archery and shooting.
Have
So
you?
I
Do you
tried
think
archery.
do you think you've developed any skills from video games that you've transferred to your archery?
There's lots of bows in video games
Yeah,
now.
lots of bows,
You're gonna
right.
hate me for saying this, but I sort of remembered from what I played of Crisis 3, a sort of that sort of motion of.
I'm not going to hate you for it. I mean, it's interesting.
Yeah, but of course it doesn't. It's like someone saying that they played Gran Turismo and drive better. But yeah, I think
But there's that guy that does iRacing, which
Yeah.
you'll be able to read about tomorrow, and he
Good plug.
He's basically called Gregor Hutu, and he's the world's fastest racer. And there's a really good interview up with him tomorrow. But he does this iRacing thing, which is a simulation, but they put him in a real racing car afterwards.
Yeah.
And he was amazing.
He's pretty
The
good.
only reason he couldn't keep doing it is because he wasn't used to the actual G-forces.
Yes.
So he was sick, like
Right.
really sick, after about half an hour.
I
But
can
his
imagine.
times were like just 2 seconds off proper pro racing drivers that have been doing it for years and years and
Yeah.
years. So you can learn stuff from video
Transferable skills.
games.
Now, when I saw it in the Olympics when they were doing archery, they had these really, really complicated bows that almost made it look like they were cheating. Like they had loads of weights going everywhere. A thing kind of tilts after they shoot, and there's a huge, big pointing arrow out the front that it's not the arrow itself, but just to line themselves up.
Right.
Or we used to like classic, Robin Hood style.
I was classic Robin Hooding it, but I wish I had one of those enhanced
They look
ones.
epic,
They
don't
look
They look
amazing.
so ridiculous. How is that not counting as cheating somehow? It's too much to guide your eye, surely.
And
dunno, though.
and in the Crisis game, doesn't the energy of the suit, isn't it pumped into propelling?
Oh,
the-
does it?
I didn't have that power,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Did you use
but-
the thermite tips?
Unfortunately, there were no
Archery
explosive tips. I mean, it's a boring, unfortunately, a very boring shooting range. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. So
Next
I
time,
would recommend
ask for some
archery.
explosive tips.
As for the explosive tips, we were only shooting at the range probably.
Corpses.
No, we were shooting at running targets. We were shooting probably the length of this studio, so it wasn't very
Yeah.
far. But yes, that was my
Sounds
weekend.
fun.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'd give that a go.
yeah, we should do it. Honestly, it's really
That's
good.
way more
Team
exciting.
Find a
outing.
shooting range.
Team outing.
Team out into
Bows.
archery. I'm in. You in, Martin?
I don't know.
I was
Yeah.
expecting that.
Knowing
so-
my luck, I'll fire the bow and it will fling round and then do a complete 180 and then hit me in the eye. And I
never
will
seen
have an
that
explosive
before.
tip.
Then you'll take us
Yeah.
down with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's you.
Yeah.
So let's not do that.
All right then, we won't do archery.
You guys can do it. I'll just
You'll just watch.
stay in.
You can stay in the bus.
We'll live stream it. We'll
We'll
live stream
live
it.
stream the archery. Do you get up to anything exciting then on your?
I'm fixing the computer. Oh, we watched a lot of Modern Family, which is hilarious.
Modern Family is brilliant.
I haven't
I watched the
The
first
last
series of Modern
season.
Family, but what are they up to now?
Just, living life.
No, yeah. I mean, how many
Who cares?
series? Like,
I think it's season 3.
They're up to season, I think season 4 started a few weeks ago, but I'm on season 3, yeah.
it had plenty of comedy potential for
It was-
whatever reason.
It's
I
funny as hell.
It is really good.
I stopped watching from the last one just because I have too many shows in rotation.
Community's
Yeah.
back now, isn't it?
It is, but
I haven't watched any
it's
yet.
not got the same showrunner anymore, so the internet imploded and so they hate it now.
So we hate Community now.
Apparently so.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna give one episode a whirl.
the internet can be fickle, so I'd
The internet
make
can
your
be
own mind
fickle.
up.
But I'm trusting them on this one. To be fair, I never kept up with Community. I only watched the first 3 or 4 episodes.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I watched all of them.
Again, too many in rotation.
Oh,
Just can't
it's-
add another.
I had a marathon with it, like with Community. I just watched all of them. It was
Yeah.
amazing. And also, last episode of New Girl is epic.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
That was pretty funny.
It was so funny.
That was the one with the
You go.
parking spot.
Yeah,
Right.
with the parking spot and
Yeah.
then Winston running around in.
Yeah.
Very funny. I like it.
Sounds amazing.
Sorry, I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it. It's really good though. If you get a chance to watch it, if you're in America, then do watch it.
Oh, I can plug a really weird show that no one in the world has ever watched. There's this really strange
Is anyone gonna be-
fantasy sci-fi show called what is it? The Lost Girl.
The Lost Girl.
Where
The
they
Lost
have
Girl, Googling it now.
yeah, where they have loads of these different shows that follow different fantasy tropes or something. Seb, I don't know if you want to Google this and bring it up because it's a bit racy and parts.
Well, The Lost Girls is a graphic novel depicting the sexually explicit adventures of 3 important female
That's
fictional
not
characters.
it.
That's not it.
Okay.
Maybe I'm getting the
Boosh.
title wrong. Anyway,
I'm
in.
so because
I'm checking this one out.
because everyone else has vampires and werewolves and stuff, this Canadian TV channel sort of thought, what can we bring to this genre? So they've started a sort of detective series with a succubus.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've watched 2 seasons of it. It's hilarious.
I'm pretty sure it's not. Oh, no, it is Lost Girl. It's
Okay,
Lost Girl,
Lost Girl.
Canadian supernatural crime drama series.
Yes, it's supernatural crime drama series. There are so many of those about, and
Yeah.
I think they all try and be really serious. And this one, I think it knows it's dumb.
Okay.
Well, people in the chat are only interested in The Walking Dead and Game
Very
of
good.
Thrones.
Oh, Game of Thrones is coming back in a couple of weeks.
It is?
It's mid or late March.
Game
In
of Thrones
UK?
in just over a month.
Okay. So yeah, I actually just pre-ordered the season 2 Blu-ray box set so that I will get it on launch day. Because maybe there'll be another mistake in it, like there was in season 1, and I have one of those limited copies.
What? That was which
Well,
one?
it wasn't a
What was the
mistake.
mistake?
It wasn't a mistake; it was something they had to remove. So in season,
Sorry, Seb's just bringing up pictures of succubuses on. Actually, Lost Girl on the live chat.
So in season 1, in the director commentary, when they were doing the bit where they were showing heads on spikes, they were like, "Oh, here's an amusing anecdote," as you do in directors' commentaries, saying that they were looking through the sort of HBO prop box, I guess, or prop cavern, because big network.
Yeah.
And all they had left they had loads of these George W. Bush heads.
Okay.
So they used one of them, but you can't tell. I think it was done up. It was either had a beard on it as an old man, or maybe it was supposed to be the old woman who was one of the main maids or something.
Right.
Anyway, you could not tell at all until they pointed it out, and you're like, "Oh, I can vaguely see that," and it was a bit blurry in the background. That had to get removed at the request of the US government because it was disrespectful.
We're talking about Downton Abbey.
See, but
Game of Thrones.
There's no.
well, how can the US do that? Like,
Or something like that. The network got in trouble for it, and everyone was like, "Oh, how dare you! It's so disrespectful."
they have such weird stuff over there. Like in the UK, you can get away with all that sort of stuff.
So, yeah,
Like, it's mental.
the
Never spitting image.
the editions that you currently buy of Game of Thrones box sets do not have that bit of director commentary. And I didn't even watch that and realize that was a thing. Completely passed me by until internet furore kicked up. And I went on and I looked and I was like, "Oh yeah,
Seriously, I can't.
I have illicit content."
Liquid Greg says the question is, why did HBO have a severed head of George W. Bush?
I don't know why they had a bunch of George Bush heads.
Person of interest is good, apparently, if you're into TV series. And Mary Berry, 21, has just added, "Just saw some Chinese guy from my window throw up." So that's all
Thanks
great.
for that.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Let's not talk about that.
Thanks, bud.
Thanks.
What are we looking at now? Well, Game of Thrones.
Brilliant.
I'm still yet to get into Game of Thrones.
You need to, and I'm currently reading the most recent book. Dance of Dragons. Is that it, Seb? Yes, Seb
Seb's
verifies. He's
Seb
the
is a
mega fan.
book lover, isn't he?
Every season, there's one less throne than there are kingdoms. And at the end of the season, the music stops. And the kingdom without a throne is disqualified from the show. And they're going to keep doing that until there's only one throne left.
Right.
You laugh, but that sounds pretty accurate.
That
right,
is the
yeah.
literal Game of Thrones that they're playing. That's the spoiler.
To cap it off, and this is worth getting on the live stream actually, Mary Berry 21 says, has anyone seen the Sean Bean or Sean Bean death compilation?
Yes.
It is excellent.
Yeah,
he
it's
dies a lot
very
in
good.
movies, so if we can do it
That
without
boy dies
breaking
good.
copyright, then we'll get it up. Yes.
Copyright's not a thing.
It's not on the
I
we're on the
believe it's a
internet.
very
Internet.
genuine thing.
It doesn't exist on the internet.
Copyright is
Twitch.
not a thing,
I
he
see-
says,
did I see
my
it?
lawyer.
Did I see it? Someone's installing Linux right now.
Yeah, that's not breaking copyright, I think.
No, but
My old PC is getting Linux.
Yeah.
Mark recently installed Linux.
I installed
Honestly, next
Linux
to
on
him
my
for fun.
officially sanctioned work PC.
Are you going to use it to get the Team Fortress 2 Penguin?
Oh, that's a
Ooh.
good idea, actually. I
Yeah.
don't know, though. It's really old, that PC.
It doesn't, you only have to get to the main menu,
Oh,
and you get the Penguin.
I can probably do it.
This again. This is one of the reasons I've been tinkering with my computer lately. So I had to
So you
install
can get
Linux to
Penguin.
get the Team Fortress 2 Penguin.
I'll do it. I'll log in as me, and then you can log in as you, and we'll both
It's
get
alright. I've done it. But,
You've done it.
Was
Oh, can
that
I
last
get the
week?
Penguin?
Yeah.
Maybe your PC's
I'll get
broken, mate.
Penguin.
Yeah.
I got the Penguin before I broke the PC.
All right.
You can't trade the Penguin yet, but trust me, if they make that Penguin tradable, it might
So
become
you still, so
quite
the offer's
precious.
still open to get the Penguin, right? I think.
Yeah, it's till the end of the month.
Oh, right. I'm doing it. I'll do it later then.
Oh, mate.
Straight after the
Me
show.
too,
gonna
me
have
too, me
penguins.
too.
Yes, it was worth the pain. I say the pain of installing Ubuntu. It was.
That's probably really easy,
It
isn't it?
literally took like 5 minutes, and it did it all automatically now, which is
Yeah, it's good.
so different to how I remember used to having to do it.
I can
Yeah.
only advise you not to do it when you've been out post GameSpot crisis event
Oh, yes.
and got a bit.
You had a couple of shandies.
had a couple of turbo shanties.
A couple of light wine spritzers, and you know.
Yeah, it's still not easy then. It's still possible to break and still it
Possible to
then.
press the wrong button.
Would you like to corrupt files?
Exactly. Would you like to format your Windows drive?
Yes.
Yes.
I did manage to mess up my master boot record. That was
How? It just does it now. Like,
Marco was blottoed.
why do it? Just be like, when you're
It
that.
seemed like a good
When
idea
you're,
at the
that,
time.
when you're that drunk, just look at pictures of cats on the
I
internet.
wanted the
That's what you
penguin.
want.
I wanted the shopping. I wanted it then.
But drunk and really wanted a penguin.
Yep.
Is this you saying you want a pet?
Yeah. A virtual pet
I really want a pet.
and a real pet.
Fenlig says, install VMware and install a Linux copy on a virtual machine. But it says
Yeah.
that now.
Yeah.
Where were you when
Where were you last?
Martin got in at 1 a.m. on 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. Yeah. Fenley.
Yeah, Fenlig.
What the hell?
Wow. Sorry, yeah, I think I'm going to push this onto the news quiz because, frankly,
Yeah, and it's getting geeky in the comments now. People are talking about running Linux servers at home. And
Oh man, that's not got mainstream appeal.
actually, I nearly did that though. But
Well-
anyway, I have run Linux on my server. If it wasn't for damn iTunes, I would have been doing that. I would still be doing it.
Goddamn
I have to
iTunes.
use,
Damn you,
I have to use
iTunes.
Windows.
Windows.
Anyway, let's do a news quiz.
Yeah.
Mark, how was your weekend? Sorry, we didn't
Yeah.
ask.
Mine, the less said about my weekend is probably for the best.
Oh,
And
what? You just sat around watching New Girl?
yeah. In fact, I'd rather it be that. I just sat around watching New Girl and did nothing of any sort, and did not cause any trouble, or did not lose all my things
Oh,
in the course
Wake
of
up in a bus in the middle of nowhere.
at 5:30 in the morning
oh, Mark.
without my wallet.
Oh.
See, this
Anyway.
is when I'm not there to supervise you.
I know.
Exactly.
Cam left me on my
Yeah.
own, and that's what happened. It's
Cam's fault
It's
then, really,
Cam's
isn't it?
fault at this point. I don't. Yeah, I'm sorry. It was good fun until about midnight, and I don't remember the next 5 hours until I woke up on the bus.
And the comment streams are going crazy. Yeah, we should get off topic now.
Yeah, sorry.
news
We're going to do the
quiz.
news
Quiz.
quiz.
Martin.
So now,
All right.
I'm not as smooth and elegant as you people.
Well, we gave you an extra couple of minutes there.
I was
by
distracted by your-
embarrassing me.
By the chat on what happened on Mark's weekend.
The difference is that while I probably should have been preparing in that moment,
You were
I was
giggling
actually
about.
listening to your story, which was why I'm so.
I'm not. Look, I'm
Stunningly
I'm
unprofessional.
really embarrassed about it. So
Oh.
let's
So let's
just-
talk about it at every given opportunity.
yeah, right. Let's put it to bed.
Okay,
News quiz.
we have 4 stories
I
for the
can
news
also
quiz.
see Martin's laptop,
Oh, for crying out
Oh,
loud!
turn.
which is nice.
Oh, I have
None,
to turn this off, don't I?
none of the stories are about the PlayStation 4 because I was thinking we should probably talk about the PlayStation 4 just generally
We can do that.
because wrapping it up in quiz
The
form.
PlayStation what?
Yeah, for real.
So someone asked a question about the PlayStation 4 in the feedback, so we can cover it off then.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
That's what I just thought it was too big a topic to really make into some sort of pithy quiz.
That's good.
Aw.
So that's not in there. We have 4 stories, like I said. The rules of the news quiz, if you are just tuning in for the first time ever, I'm sorry about all the stuff that prefixed these screens. That is wacky banter.
Yeah. Just hello, tell your friends.
Yeah.
We're here every week.
Guy, Mark, and Sarah will be competing for points.
And what do points mean?
Points mean
Nothing.
Well, yeah, you might win. Last week, Sarah absolutely caned the quiz.
Good work.
She turned into a quiz.
Caned the quiz.
Oh, caned the quiz. I thought it became a quiz.
Look, you sitting there making little funny remarks. I'm mentally and
I know
physically
you're
preparing myself,
prepared,
stretched.
because you are the champion. You win every week. So
I do if I read the news just before I come in.
I'm going to turn off the live chat and I'm going to install updates to the Mac.
Oh, yeah.
What a life.
Multitasking. Points will be awarded at
where
my
you've done it.
discretion.
Okay.
Number one.
Shall I keep track of the points, actually?
Yeah, you can keep track
Yeah.
of them. How did BioWare describe the leap to next generation?
Not very much. Unnoticeable.
I can't remember the
Medium.
exact phrasing, but it was that there wouldn't be a
Won't be as
big
noticeable.
graphical leap.
It will not be visually impressive.
Well, he didn't say that.
Shiny.
There won't be a big leap in graphics, visuals,
It
things.
won't blow your mind like when the PS3 came out and they did the Killzone demo and everyone was like, "Oh my god, this is Killzone," and it turned out it was fake.
I think Killzone 2 and 3 got close to that demo. Not quite in terms of the actual gameplay.
No,
in terms of
but
visuals.
the fact is that when they finally owned up, they're like, "Nah, it wasn't real time. Sorry."
Yeah.
You know.
Nah, bro.
Nah,
mate.
me.
They said it wasn't going to be as noticeable, didn't they? Or is
Right.
that-
You can all give your closest summary of what he said, and I will give the point to whoever I think hits it right.
There won't be a large. I'm trying to remember the phrasing. You quoted it in your thing. There won't be a large graphical leap.
There won't be a large graphical leap, Guy.
It won't be as noticeable.
Won't be as noticeable.
As previous generation.
No one will care because everyone hates games consoles now, and PC is where it's at.
I think you're being disingenuous.
I think he's playing for last.
Maybe.
Guy is the closest. Guy is the closest.
Full point?
Yeah, you get the whole point.
Yeah.
Why? What's the thing?
For the next generation, there will be a big leap, but it won't be
There
as
was a leap.
obvious.
It won't be obvious.
Yeah.
There was
Said
leaping and there was obvious.
art
Just saying,
director.
just saying.
BioWare art director said Neil Thompson said to OXM.
So there is a big leap, but we just won't
It'll
notice
be
it.
obvious. People will do things in a cleverer fashion, and I have to be careful here and there, as there are non-disclosure agreements involved.
Oh, those.
So you're
Everyone
talking about
loves
all the
them.
fantastic uses of the share button there.
Maybe.
He's probably talking about shaders and.
Oh yeah, he's talking about all the fancy lighting that everyone's going to have now, because lighting is where it's at.
Thompson says the last technology iteration caught folks by surprise, especially the number of people you needed and the skill set jump that was required to do the work that people expected. The gist of the argument is that it comes down to economics, and the jump in quality we saw last generation was unexpected, whereas the stuff we're going to get now is planned for, and studios know sort of how to scale up to that quite elegantly.
I see.
And in less of a, holy crap, have you seen Gears of War? It looks mad good. We're going to need to hire at least 6 more members of staff. But yes, but it won't be as obvious, allegedly.
Do you think to the layman, if you played him Killzone 3 and Killzone 4, they'd be able to spot the difference?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. It looked pretty shiny.
I think it's just the fidelity
Yeah.
in some of those textures and stuff. That's the real thing I suppose. Because Killzone 3 looks great, but a lot of the textures compared to that demo do look a bit sort of less. They've got less pop. Pop's a crap word for it.
It's because of the lighting.
It's because of the lighting,
It is
says
because of the
Mark.
lighting. It's the whole reason.
Okay.
Anyway,
All right.
next question.
That was kind of about the PlayStation 4, though.
They're all everything.
Okay, all right. Sorry to nip.
Everything's getting a PlayStation 4 hook at the moment.
I meant a general sort of discussion about the PlayStation.
Fair
would be
enough.
relevant for the podcast chatter.
I'm sorry, Quizmaster.
Can someone explain to me the specifics of the new patent that's
Me.
come to light?
Oh, is this
Sony's
the-
new patent.
Oh, Sony.
Sarah did say me.
There was, fluffernutters. I put this in a top cell yesterday. So there was a picture of the patent, and it was about a thing. I've lost it.
So this is Sony's patent that's about used games, and it's going to work by instead of like having a tag on the disc, it's going to look at basically it's pirated games. Sorry, not
That's
used
it.
games. It's pirated games, and basically if they're pirated, it's going to look at the load times for a game. It's going to take the average load time on the console, and if the game loads differently to that, it's going to assume it's pirated. Then it has a secondary check. If it fails the secondary check, then something crazy happens, like your console explodes.
Wow.
But that's
Please
basically
rush
the gist
door.
of it.
That's pretty much bang on the money.
Wow.
Yes.
Good work, Mark.
Yes.
That was a lot better than my fluffernutters.
Bonus point for anyone that can name the actual patent.
Oh gosh.
Sony security patent number 367AB.
No, it had a catchy sort of name.
That was
didn't it?
actually a name.
Well, not catchy.
It's not catchy.
Be gone, you filthy pirate scum.
Yeah, Yarg.
Yeah,
Is it
pirate
just called
gold
Yarg?
No.
Yarg, be gone.
The patent is titled Benchmark Measurement for Legitimate Duplication Validation.
Oh, catchy.
Wow.
So that's fun.
Mark gets a point for that.
Yeah.
Mark.
There is no, Sony hasn't said whether they'll be using this in the PlayStation 4, and a lot of the time, a lot of companies file these patents just in case. Patents I find quite interesting because I like looking at the diagrams.
Yes.
But they shouldn't. I don't think they should be taken as a genuine binding thing that this is how things are done. A lot of times, companies do explore these ideas very much ahead of time, and maybe they don't come to fruition. And in the society we live in, companies do tend to just patent all their ideas just in case.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's our money.
So I don't think that this is actually going to be part of the PlayStation 4. But as a way of detecting piracy, I actually think it works in a way quite... I mean, it depends how well the secondary validation is, because if
Yeah.
your driver's on the fritz, that could be bad.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I don't know.
is it assuming that the games load quicker because they're pirated, or that they load slower?
Not in my personal... Well,
You know.
pirated games, because they're burnt onto, from consumer drives, I think tend to be a bit slower.
Right.
I think press discs load faster than
Right.
pirated
But
discs.
but what if it's, for instance, like with the Wii, you sort of plugged in a hard drive and you stored all your pirated games essentially on one drive, then they would technically load quicker than they would from the disc, right?
Maybe it can get it in both ends.
I don't know. I'm interested. Maybe it goes both ways.
I think it's I think as a concept, it works for me because it doesn't really hurt the user. It's not like a piracy method that requires me to write a 14-digit code in every time I launch the game.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't it simply uses my regular load time, which is a chore that I've got to sit through anyway. I don't think it doesn't feel too intrusive as a method of...
Yeah, it's not punishing the people that aren't pirating, basically.
Yeah, so I mean, but then again, it's just, this is all conceptual stuff that's not actually in the PlayStation 4.
So it could or couldn't happen, but this is just them.
Yes, it could or
patenting.
couldn't happen, but it has been filed, and I thought it was quite interesting because it has a diagram.
Is that why I catch you every week reading Patent Weekly magazine?
That's why I am a subscriber to Patent Weekly. There is a particularly good Tumblr that presents images used in patent filings.
Oh,
Yeah,
without
that's,
context.
Without context.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to have a look at that. It's Brendan Sinclair's. He used to work for GameSpot. He now works for
Games industry.
Biz. But yeah, it's his Tumblr.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because he wrote a piece on GameSpot about which is the thing I have found. Which is about patented game mechanics, and then he just turned it into a Tumblr when he left. And, which is cool.
That's
It's
cool.
really funny. It's really funny.
So presented without comment.
Yeah, I just need to. I'll find it later. Anyway, carry on, Martin.
Cliffy B has
Your
said
best mate.
I do like Cliffy B a lot. Has said the industry is in turmoil. Can you name?
It's context,
Some of the-
sorry, context-free patent art for anyone that's watching. Sorry, Mark.
Can you name some of the reasons why he thinks the industry is in turmoil?
Because of low prices.
No, he thinks the
Sorry, I missed the question.
Oh, that's
Cliffy B,
harsh.
why is the industry in turmoil?
I think you
To
guessed there,
recap.
and you guessed poorly. And
Yeah, you're out. You had
I'm
your
out and
guess.
done. Pete's
right.
running.
So he's basically talked about how the market at the moment is reflecting the crash of the 80s for several reasons. I think one of them came up was iPad, and that we're basically in a flux with this generation that we're in at the moment, that no one really knows what they're doing, and no one knows what's going to happen. Is that right? Oh, something like that.
That's pretty much the meat of it.
The meat of it, right?
Meat of it.
I was right with my guess, though, because he said price points, didn't he? He said there needs to be better price points. $20, $40, $60. I'm sure he said that.
I don't know if he said that at this particular. In his particular
He's saying
stories.
something every day. How am I supposed to keep?
He
He
is
has a
saying a lot of
Twitter
stuff.
account.
He has got a Tumblr account as well.
He's given interestingly. He does mention the iPad. He
he
also
does.
talks about Nintendo.
Oh, that was it, because he specifically said that Nintendo's poor Wii U sales, and he said that perhaps they would go software only rather than be a hardware company.
That is one of the things he said.
Yeah, which is something that people have been saying for some time, I believe, about Nintendo, really.
Their investors
Yeah,
want that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go.
It's quite an interesting piece. I think I said it before. I think Cliffy B is a really interesting guy, and I think he has a pretty good understanding of the games industry. And when he talks, I mean, one of the most sort of oft quoted things for the past few years was his AAA or bust
Yeah.
speech. I believe it was at GDC when he said that, and that's gone down. I mean, and you look at the industry now, and that's pretty much where it is. So when he talks, I generally
You
think he's
listen.
worth listening to. Yeah.
More importantly, do
Yeah.
I get a point for that?
You are on 2 points.
Sorry, did a bad job here.
Yeah.
Nice one,
Yeah.
Mark.
You're on 2 points.
Owning you guys this
Feel
week.
bad for you last week, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
The patent blog is awesome. I'm just
It's
looking
just
through it. The
freaking-
rabbit one at the
The
top.
rabbit one at the top is absolutely amazing.
This is sorry to derail Martin's news quiz, but context-free patentart.tumblr.com.
Yeah, Seb, you've got to show this off. It's absolutely amazing.
There's some excellent ones on here.
It's a brilliant site.
Okay, back to news quiz.
So are you going to have Mark intermittently chuckling?
Turn it off, Mark.
Yeah,
Turn it off.
Minimise window.
Shut it down.
Turn it off. All right, we're back
Shut
to
it
script.
down.
All right, there you go.
And this is the last question, so it could be a tie.
Could be a
Ooh.
tie if you get this going.
Sarah, you got to go off the starting box.
And Sarah, for your pride, Hideo Kojima was in London town last week.
Metal Gear Rising didn't happen. Nearly didn't happen, he said. It didn't happen.
Ground Zeroes will be difficult to sell.
No, Ground Zeroes is impossible to make.
Impossible, like,
No one will
No
buy
one-
that game.
yes, it's a hard sell.
Ground Zeroes may be
Something
too
by-
risky to release.
Risky. That's what I
Why?
Because
Okay.
it's too awesome.
said. It's just too good.
because-
the first person will play it, their brain will implode, and that will put other people off from playing it, even though for those brief few moments before their brain imploded, they were the happiest person to ever existed.
Is it because
Okay, he's just brushing past that. but, you know.
Yeah,
It wasn't that, but I think it could be. I think it could be.
it could be? No, was it to do with fans? Perhaps I actually don't know the answer here. Was it to do with fan feedback?
Is it because even babies born today will not have enough time in their lives to watch the entire cutscene?
No, but again, I do think that's a background process that's probably going through a lot of people's minds right now.
Is it because it's not it's just not like they can't afford to make it anymore because it's so ridiculously huge and crazy and like,
No. I don't think he's suggesting that they're not in a position financially secure enough to release the game.
Okay.
They feel bad for everyone else because no one will ever buy another game again because it'll be so amazing. It's going to out Destiny.
They've given
Sure.
up on life. That's it.
He's just given up. I've given up.
He's got other projects on the go.
No. You're
Miles
it's
off.
too risky to release
because it doesn't fit in with Western gamer values anymore.
Is it potentially too legit to quit?
Because they've made the disc into, they've filed the edges down so they're razor sharp, and it could actually cut people. It's a health risk.
It's like the exact opposite of a Wii U disc,
yeah.
which are like super smooth and sexy.
I think Guy wins on sheer quality of answer.
Oh, come on!
Yes.
You can't. That's not how this works.
I said my discretion.
He did
I
say
said my
at the top of the
discretion.
quiz, he said he can.
Well, have you
award
prepared?
points
Have you
as he
prepared a
wants.
tiebreaker?
No, but I'll
Whoa.
cook one up real quick. Hideo Kojima says that the game's themes may be too risky due to the state of the immature games market.
Are they perhaps
Really?
too risque? Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I was hoping you were going to try and make
Naked?
that. Oh, God.
No
Oh,
one's
dear.
naked.
Okay.
But he says he wants to take that risk.
I want to take that risque.
It's risky, but I want to take that naked
All
risk.
interviews from now on naked.
Naked. He actually said to Video Gamer, honestly, I'm going to be targeting a lot of taboos, a lot of mature themes that really are quite risky. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to release the game. And even if I did release the game,
Even
then
if you
maybe
did.
it wouldn't sell because it's too much. As a creator, I want to take that risk, he says.
He wants to release. He wants to work on a game and spend hundreds of thousands
Millions.
and millions,
Millions,
Millions
and
already, I'm sure.
take that leap so far that he jumps off the end of the cliff.
Yeah, but
and it's never seen by the light of day.
Some people need to do that though. There
Yeah,
are
but
some people in
imagine
each medium that always do that and ends up being one that's looked back upon as like a turning point.
I know, but for him
You
to
know.
say that, oh, I think I just need to work so hard on this, I'll never release it. It's just a stupid thing to say.
Yeah, but imagine if you're another games developer and you're working on, say, I don't know, some ongoing sports franchise, and that luxury of being able to develop a game and not even have to release it. That's amazing, isn't it? Especially at the cost that will be involved.
I'm approaching the project as a creator and prioritizing creativity over sales.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I
Which
very
is-
much support that, but I think it is silly to say that I may never even release it or it'll be too far out there.
It'll come out. It'll
Yeah.
come out. This is all a big tease.
It is
It's a
a big
silly,
tease.
It's all
silly
about
thing to
the
say.
tease and us getting worked up about it. And look at all the press he got out of that. I mean, look, brilliant.
We're talking about it.
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
the
We're talking
problem.
about it
Was
on the podcast.
One of our most popular stories over the weekend, I believe.
Well, there you
It looks
go.
good. The game looks good, I have to say. When did the trailer come out? It came out like September, October last year, I think.
Yeah, a while ago. And so it is. It's 2-2. It's a tiebreak.
What's the tiebreak question?
First person to tell me. This isn't news, by the way. This is another GameSpot question.
Can I
Okay.
jump in?
Yeah.
You're not in the tiebreaker.
Why not?
This is not going to work.
Why not? Why not?
This news quiz is flawed.
First person to
Flawed.
Can I win if I get this right?
accurately tell me the current Metacritic score of Tomb Raider
86.
on the 360.
86.
Oh, he's 86.
Yes!
Metacritic, of course, is owned by the CBS Interactive family. And when I said Metacritic score, I think I'm supposed to have said Metascore.
Metascore, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously apologies
To our overlords.
to
CBS
Please don't fire us.
Now pushing the big red button.
86 on 86 on Xbox 360. Is that right?
Yes,
What are the other platforms? How are they doing?
I will now have to go back to that window.
Oh, sorry.
Did
I'll do it,
anyone
I'll do it,
else
I'll do it.
get code for another platform?
I believe
We only had Xbox.
I haven't got any so far.
For
Well, the
various
US only
reasons
has
to do with
US only
legal wrangling, we haven't got a copy. But Xbox 360 is slightly lower than PlayStation 3, which is 88.
I just reckon that's because less people have reviewed
Yeah.
the PS3 version.
Yeah.
Fewer people.
Fewer, sorry.
fewer people, says Guy. Agonised.
editing.
I'm not writing anything. I'm talking. Leave me alone.
Let's just get so hard. You're just subbing everyone in daily
Sub
life.
my speech.
I did get that when my sister sent me an email the other day. It really felt like replying
Yeah.
with a version corrected below.
Yes. I can't find on PC.
As far as I don't think PC has actually been sent out at all because all the PC review sites said they couldn't review it.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Are they perhaps European sites
Some European sites, some
with
merits,
stuff going on?
some US focused sites have said that.
Okay.
Oh dear.
So Guy won the news quiz.
Yay!
How does it feel?
Congrats.
It's been ages. I'm glad you asked, Martin, but I feel amazing. I feel great. It was a great news quiz, if I may say so.
Good.
It was really good.
I think last week's was a better news quiz. I'm not going to lie. I think it had more quick fire rounds. And
Yeah.
Right,
overall-
everyone.
But mainly because I won.
Everyone's going to be quiet now. Because we're going to do the feedback.
Yeah.
That's right. It's podcast@gamespot.co.uk if you want to get in touch with us. Or of course, on Facebook and Twitter. Which
What are we on
Sarah's-
Facebook?
Don't make me do it every time.
What are we on Facebook?
Find them on Facebook.
Facebook.com/GameSpot.
What are we on Twitter?
Twitter.com/GameSpot.
What are we on Raptor?
Are we on Raptor?
We are on.
I don't know.
Do
Do
we
they
care
arrive
about
on-
Raptor anymore?
Yeah, we care about Raptor.
Okay, yeah, we're totally on Raptor, and you should go look us up. I'm on Raptor.
Yeah. What are you on Raptor?
I can't remember. I
What-
guess
what are we
Marky
on
Pants lot,
Pinterest?
I guess, because it will be my same as my.
What are we on
gamer tag.
Pinterest?
Are we on Pinterest? I think we're on Pinterest.
Oh,
Are we on Google Plus?
We are on. No, we're not on Google Plus because you can't have companies.
we are.
Oh, we are.
What are we on
Don't
Google
tell
Plus?
Nothing. Look, no one cares about Google Plus. Okay, the last person to look at Google Plus is when it was first announced, and they looked at it and they looked at one picture of a dog and went, "That's cute," and that's it.
Matt Smith 83's asked if we're on MySpace.
Oh,
Are we
no.
on MySpace?
We've got to be a band, haven't we, to be on MySpace
It's
these
all
days?
music,
I think
MySpace.
these days now.
Yeah, there's no
okay.
point doing it for
Since
anything
Justin
else.
We're not
Timberlake
on
took
MySpace,
over.
sorry.
JT. Anyway, I'm going to run down some questions first.
Are you in a fit state to do this?
I can do a few questions.
All right,
and then
Before we bring out the bucket.
yeah. Neil Bennett says, if the rumour about locked games tethered to individual consoles is true, do you think it will also kill the rental market, or will they have unlocked versions for the purpose? Love Film's disc rental service is the main way I play new games. That is a good point, actually. So,
I don't think they would consider that. I don't think they would bring that up in our minds of, oh, we want to block pre-owned games, but not the rental ones because they bring us so much revenue.
No, exactly. They probably wouldn't care.
Yeah.
But from a consumer's point of view, obviously,
yes.
that is a complete ball ache and no one wants that to happen. But, I don't... so far, the rumours have been that Sony... Well, not the rumours. Sony has confirmed that it's not blocking used games. However, Martin
Rumours
wrote up a
are
news
that
story
Microsoft
today
do.
that Microsoft are. Mr.
Like
Ian
Mr.
Livingston.
Edos?
Well,
Sir Ian
perhaps,
Livingston.
maybe.
Perhaps,
but
maybe.
Ian Livingston did say, didn't he?
He said supposedly that's what's happening. Now, he could just be potentially referring to the Edge article that came out a few weeks ago, or he could talk about something more. I mean, Ian Livingston is important enough in the industry that I find what he says very interesting, and I think it's relevant to the discussion. But I mean, there was more detail about this kind of idea in an Edge report about discs being watermarked and stuff like that. I mean, as I've said, I don't see them doing it. I see them offering, if they were to do something like that, I do see them offering some sort of value for doing that, rather than being like this game simply won't play. Some sort of value, extra value for trying to incentivize the new purchase, I feel, rather than blocking the pre-owned ones off entirely. Yeah. I think we're going to see, I mean, that's going to be a big deal. Like Sony, I mean, for the part of the PS4 has said numerous times that they're not blocking new software. But I think it's crazy to think that Sony won't also be trying to incentivize the purchase of new software over used software. Like, I mean, Sony has already been using their sort of PlayStation Network Pass, or whatever they call it, their discs. I think Sony, I think there's a PR angle to it, because obviously blocking used outright is just, I don't think, going to help anyone in terms of sales or stuff. But I do think coming up with ways to make people want to buy used. That's the middle ground. New software. To buy new software is the goal, and I'm sure they're all going to be looking into that. And I don't think they're going to try and freeze rental out entirely, but I think they're going to try and make you want to buy it, everything new. I think they're going to try and make it so you don't want to rent. You want to buy it new. The rental's not even a concern to you. Is rental still a big thing? Maybe people in the chat can let us know if they're rents, but it's Love Film is the big one in the UK, isn't it? But I think Blockbuster's more and less. Anyone got a Blockbuster near them still?
No.
Didn't it go bust?
No, they didn't. That was the sort of, well, they're still around.
They filed for administration.
Yeah. And that was the thing where everyone was like, they're still around? I didn't realise.
I think I never used to rent, but I would always... I've only have left in my collection ones that I think I might play again, because I would always trade in, and Game Station were always very good value for that.
Back when I was a kid, Game pretty much had a rental policy.
Yeah.
Game used to have a 10-day no quibble return.
Yes.
They did, I remember that, yeah.
And they had to get rid of it because people like me were just like,
Play it.
Finished it. Can I have this one?
Yeah.
It meant you could buy a game once and just take it back, and I would take it back every Friday for whatever game came out the week after.
Can you imagine? 10-day no quibble guarantee.
Seb's waving.
Seb,
What is this, Seb?
Seb has got other side free rental. He's got
look at that.
He's got 8 Bs. I don't know if we can we show this off? Yeah, 8 Bs on his trade-in price match guarantee.
How long has that been in your wallet? Forever.
Come on, Seb.
Do you think
rent an awesome film?
Seb, I really hate to tell you this, but there is some fine print here that says valid until 30th September 2011.
No. Seb looks mortified.
You might be able to take it into a Blockbuster where they don't know what they're doing and just be like...
I'm the only one who's ever done that.
I've never seen someone look so sad in the corner over there.
So
Seb,
sorry
livid.
about that, Seb.
Can we film this and are you trying to use this and see if you can get a free rental? Oh, thanks.
Can keep
It's been in your pocket
expired
for a few
Blockbuster
years.
thing.
I'm good, thanks. Wow.
I think if I was 12, when I was 12, I used to rent loads and loads and loads and loads of games.
Yeah, me too.
I think if I was still that age, which I'm not.
You're not 12?
Because I got old, man. I think to not be able to rent when I was that age and when I was really getting into gaming, rental was absolutely invaluable for me to play that sort of the wide range of games that I wanted to.
Yeah.
So I hope to see it continue. I mean, luckily now I'm so effortlessly rich. I can just purchase things at the drop of a hat.
Right. You still act as if you're renting. It's just you're dropping £40 again and
I
again.
just
And
throw the
again.
game in the bin.
Of course, now you're a high roller.
Exactly.
Okay. Next.
Oh, and in the comments, there were not many people that are renting. So, no, it's not a big thing, it doesn't seem like.
Okay. Hi, GameSpot crew. High five to everyone. Now that you're doing a video cast, can you please do Harlem Shake? No.
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 The answer is
Absolutely not.
absolutely 100% no. It's dead. Let it go, people.
done.
It was never that funny in the first place.
And then
It's
this
gone.
cuts to us all dancing
Oh, it's genius.
like a Harlem Shake.
No.
But
no.
thanks for your email.
Yeah, thanks for your email, Kate Neal. Sorry, it's just a lot of people have done Harlem Shake now, and to leap on this now would be
I think
sad.
Our US counterparts have done a Harlem Shake.
It wasn't
Not
quite
not GameSpot
our
US.
counterparts.
It was CBS Interactive US. So it was
I didn't actually see any GameSpot.
no, it was an
members.
amalgamation of CBS Interactive staff.
Right.
I'm going to look at it right now.
Our parent company, our benevolent parent.
Benevolent parent company.
Overlord.
Sorry, I forgot to say that first email was from Dawn. I never got to the end about that one. Where are we? Okay. Are there any?
Oh, it looks like it was seen at Australia. Is that right? Doing the Harlem Shake?
They done a one as well. There was
Yeah.
definitely one from CBSI
There
San
was.
Francisco.
I'm looking at it right now. Harlem Shake from Australia.
Yeah, Australia.
So if you go CBSI Harlem Shake, you can see this.
If anyone
Of
the
course, on the live stream we can watch it.
Australian Facebook team,
Now, if you wanna-
Australian GameSpot team are involved in that, I'm gonna have to have words.
If you want to Photoshop our faces onto one of those ones,
Yeah.
fill your boots. I mean, literally knock yourself out. Have fun doing that.
No,
Send it to
seriously,
me.
knock yourself out.
Well, don't actually knock
Yeah.
yourself out. That's dangerous.
It is dangerous.
Please don't take that advice literally. I meant have a go.
Have
Do
a
that.
go.
Send it in. We'll watch it.
Thanks for your email.
On Facebook, we asked, "What are you excited about for the PS4?"
Because I thought we'd be talking a lot about that. And we
Oh,
haven't
we're going to
really.
be talking about it now. So Jonathan Hattie says, "Infamous Second Son." Really? Anyone?
I love Infamous. I have to say I played Infamous 1, Infamous 2, and Infamous
Festival of Blood.
Festival of Blood.
I never finished
Thank
2. I got bored on 2. I really liked 1.
Right.
I thought 1 was a really fun time.
I got bored with all of them.
I didn't think it was an amazing game, but I had a fun time and I like jumping around buildings and collecting blue orbs.
Yes. Yeah.
Orbs.
Just like
Blobs.
I enjoyed the revamp they did of Prince of Persia a while back, which mainly involved jumping around collecting blue orbs.
Oh, I wasn't such a fan of that, to be
I
honest.
liked it.
No.
It was all pretty and cell shaded.
So not Infamous, not Killzone, really. I mean, the Jonathan
No.
Blow game looked quite interesting. What was that called?
But that Knack,
Witness.
The Witness, but that, I mean, I was excited about that before it was a PS4
Knack
timed
looked great though,
exclusive.
huh?
Anyone? Knack?
Knack?
Nah.
Shout out for Knack.
Peter Jensen says, "None is just the same stuff in new eye candy wrappings."
I thought that was a game that I'd missed. None.
Peter Jensen
About
says.
nuns.
It's the new
Wow.
Frobisher says.
Peter
Peter Jensen says.
I was watching or listening to or something the other day, and there was someone in it whose name was Frobisher.
Oh, really?
Did
Yes,
you say stuff?
and I need to remember what that was from, but it was amazing, as you were.
Brett Halford says, "No, but I've pre-ordered it anyway."
Wow.
Similarly, Saud Al Ashwan says, "Watch Dogs. Actually, I don't
Yeah.
care about the games, lol. I just want the PS4. Everyone just wants the hardware here. They want shiny
Yeah.
new thing."
Yeah.
I
Which
like
is
having
true.
shiny
I
new
like shiny new
toys.
things. Although someone, Neil Aspinall, says a Deep Down preview looked amazing. Deep Down did look
Yeah,
cool.
Deep Down looks good.
Yeah, but lots of people are saying that will just be the next gen Dragon's Dogma.
Look,
and that's,
Dragon's
there's
Dogma.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think that's going to be.
But then
quite
it's
a cool
not
thing.
a new.
No, for sure.
IP.
But Dragon's Dogma was reviewed really well. I think people were really excited for it. So,
I never got around to playing it. I remember Cam doing a bunch of gameplay of fighting various mythical beasts,
It's definitely
including
well
one
loved.
that was it snake, lion, and eagle?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Sure,
why not?
Sure.
Deep Down looked good. I don't know. There weren't that many games that were, I thought, really amazing. Killzone looked amazing, but it
How
wasn't.
about that Square Enix demo, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
It was
I'd never
revolutionary.
seen before.
Square Enix, seriously, can just. There's so many words I have for the people at Square Enix.
What about the Quantic Dream tech demo?
Oh
The
yeah, I love
old
that.
man.
No, I love that.
was disappointed.
Disappointed. Okay.
Because I felt like it was a demo for one of their cool tech demos. Like they did was it Cora?
Yeah.
Those tech demos are awesome.
No, but when they did those other ones, I felt like they had a bit of story to them. And
This was just an old man's face being
it was just
manipulated
an old
on
man
screen.
face being slightly
It
turned.
was
and
Mario's face.
it was a very nice face, but to be honest, I was watching it on a really the stream quality on because they were using Ustream, who they partnered with.
Ugh.
It was terrible. It was terrible, and everyone trying to watch it through this single stream and then taking streams of that to make new
Stream of a
streams.
stream.
So I couldn't even tell that it was a nice looking head. I just presumed it was.
It was a nice looking.
Well, you'll be delighted to know that we actually have footage
The
of that
original.
nice looking head in
original
glorious high
non-
definition.
We
can-
do.
you can
but
download
I
it
still
in
thought it was
high
kind of
definition.
boring.
What website is that?
GameSpot.com.
I still thought it was dull.
Okay, Ross Blockersby says PS4 will be good. Problem is that it runs seamless online. This means that we are going to need the best internet speeds possible and not the connection speeds we are used to with PS3. Cost inevitably will be a major factor because not only does a new console cost a lot, so does the tech to run it, i.e. fibre optic broadband and a 4K 3D HD TV. That's not strictly true because it doesn't do 4K. It only does 4K for videos and photos. You won't need. None of the games are going to be in 4K.
Your system menu's going to look chuffing fierce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof,
4K though.
imagine
Yeah.
that. Imagine the XMB in 4K.
I actually am slightly excited to see what they do with their OS on that thing. 'Cause
They showed a sort of
They
a
showed a
brief,
little bit, didn't they?
preview of what
Yeah.
your user profile could look like with a real picture with like your actual name,
but
Oh.
Sony,
but maintaining your username if you want privacy.
Sony are terrible at making user interfaces.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Can they just copy Steam?
No, but even that has its foibles.
It does.
It
But
does.
it seems a bit friendlier.
I just think
At the
you know,
moment, all I can do is compare my trophies with Guy and laugh because I'm at a higher level than him.
I've moved on from PlayStation, man. I'm at the Last of Us and Beyond this year, but that's it.
Last of Us, you're not excited for God of War Ascension?
Oh, actually, I am. Yeah, I
There
forgot
we
about
go.
that. Sorry,
There
those
we go.
3 games then. Everything else is PC.
Really looking forward to God of War.
Yeah, I love God of War. Me,
Really?
I was a big
well
God of
into
War
it.
fan.
Love
Yeah.
God of War.
Said so northernly.
Well into that.
Why is it a bad thing to be into God of War?
I don't know. It just seems
Flash.
really dull.
It's not dull. It's dumb.
it's not dull.
It's dumb, but
dumb.
I agree with Guy. It is dumb, but when you're like riding the back of like a giant mythical huge thing that takes up the entire screen, you're hacking its face off, or like a chunk of its face with like a sword, and then you fall off, and all this stuff happens.
Maybe this will
Awesome,
be the game to
you know?
turn me around on hack and slash, much
I
like
doubt
I've
it.
recently
If you-
started to sort of like some shooters.
You didn't like DMC though, did you?
I didn't like
And-
DMC.
See, I really like DMC.
Yeah, me too,
If
so-
you've not liked previous God of War games, I can't see you
Yeah.
liking this. Now it's got multiplayer, but
Oh,
Everyone
God, I
loves
forgot it has
multiplayer.
multiplayer.
but
Forced multiplayer is forced.
it's yeah. I don't. How do you feel about God of War, Martin? You into it?
I really like 2. The others,
3 not
I
so
don't
much.
think are as good.
Okay.
I think 2 had the best sort of pacing. I think 3 clearly has a lot of like visually.
That was when Jeffy was still involved, wasn't it? Too?
Yeah,
that was it.
3 has a lot of like visually good set pieces and stuff, which are very. When you do them for the first time, it's very easy to be smitten by those. But I think multiple plays, you realise that I think 2 actually is just really, really well made.
Okay, fair enough.
3, I do like it.
I only played through three once.
Yeah,
so,
it's a great first run through again.
Yeah.
Like I want to. Some of my best sort of this gen memories, I think, have been through my first run through God of War 3.
Yeah.
And then when I went back to it a second time, I sort of saw the seams to the game a bit too much.
Sure.
Okay.
It's worth the tenner. It's worth.
All
I
right.
don't know how much it costs these days.
Well,
Probably about a tenner. Worth a rental if you can do that.
worth the rental.
If you would like Seb's out of date free rental
If you want to try
Blockbuster
and
card,
use it. I'd be interested, just while we're still on the topic of PlayStation 4, in the comments if you let us know if you're pre-ordered. I think currently it's about £400 here in the UK, isn't it, for the pre-order?
aren't we
I
getting
mean,
boned on the exchange rate?
God, no, well, no one knows. That's the thing. These pre-orders are very much just
Yeah.
shops like, okay, we'll just take some money now.
We'll take your money.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, guarantee one.
But don't
right?
they do the... So has Amazon got a pre-order up yet?
I don't think so.
Okay, because they do the price guarantee, don't they? That you'll always get
Yeah,
the
yeah.
lowest price from them.
Well, they do. Although they did fudge up slightly with the Wii U, didn't they? When they put it up for £200 and like
And then we take it back,
thousands of people pre-ordered it at £200, and then they only gave pre-orders to the first 10.
What?
Well, because the thing is, most people that pre-ordered it ended up going to it through like an affiliate link, like Hot UK Deals
Yeah.
or something like that. And obviously that they can see when people do that. So I think they just took all the people that went to Hot UK Deals and saw it off.
Yeah.
And so the first 10. But the first 10 were very lucky to get a £200 Wii U. I say
True.
lucky.
What is it
probably
now,
not-
though? It's 230.
230, 240 for a premium.
Think of all the Nintendo Land they've got to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, well, and
I
Mario.
like Nintendo Land, but I still wouldn't buy it. For that.
Honestly, I've just not used it. Like, it's just sat there. I had
wanna
to
see-
clean it the other day. There was sort
Surely,
of dust
do you
on
think
top.
this E3 Zelda?
Yeah, they have to.
They got to do something.
They've
right?
announced it, haven't they? They've announced it's coming.
I forgot. Have
They've said they're making a new
Yeah.
Zelda game. And a new.
But that's just kind of. Is it that big a deal for Nintendo? Well, I suppose is it a big deal for them to openly admit they're making a new Zelda game? It's of course they're always making a new Zelda game.
pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense.
But it helps. Maybe not helps sell the consoles, but it helps people who are thinking about it or have got one already to look forward
Still
to.
haven't finished Skyward Sword.
What we want is a proper 3D Mario.
They're doing that as well.
They are indeed. Yes,
Yep.
they
They're
are.
showing it, aren't they?
They are showing. They've
yeah.
said they'll be showing that
Will
at
it be
E3.
Which I'm
Galaxy?
super excited about. Well, we'll see. I mean, Galaxy was completely
I
different.
just remember when
to everything.
Galaxy came out and I was like, "Whoa."
Yes, because it's freaking
Galaxy,
amazing.
brilliant. That's it. That's all they need to do, really, for a lot of people, I think.
Yeah, if you get that, it's
I'd
just,
pay a couple £100 for that game.
honestly, totally. It's just brilliant.
Still haven't finished Galaxy 2. Mom's gonna hit
it's so
me.
good.
Yeah, I'd finish
Don't
Galaxy
worry.
2 if I were you.
Don't
All
worry,
right.
I never got the last star in Galaxy 2. I did it in Galaxy 1. I never managed it. It's
hard.
It's so hard.
Freaking impossible.
So hard. Okay, I'm just about to do some Twitters, things, anything from the Twitch chat while these notoriously slow Wi-Fi decides to load.
Someone says Zombie U looked great, but I disagree with that.
I disagree.
Yeah, me too.
Respectfully.
Take it back.
They pushed back the Rayman game that looked good.
Okay, actually, yeah, that is, but now it's going
Now
multi-platform.
but how
They
will it
pushed it back
work
to
with
go
the
multi-platform.
twisting?
Wow, the PlayStation. Oh no, it's on PlayStation 3, isn't it? And
Yeah.
Xbox. Okay. If it
And
was
even
on,
if it was on PlayStation 4, the controller wouldn't be the screen is like a touchpad, not a full touch screen. so
no,
you wouldn't
but
be
you
able to do
could
the whole
still
tilting
do.
thing.
Yeah, but you could still like if you tilted it like
You
that.
could tilt it, but you wouldn't be able to see the full
no,
animation
but
of what's happening.
You'd have to look at it on the main screen.
That's lame.
Not really. I mean, it still works. I mean, it's got like a
Well, they wouldn't be able to port
gyroscope
it
and all
directly.
that jazz in there, right? I mean,
Does that stuff matter? It doesn't matter to me. That's not why I was.
It's fun.
but
it's
it
not the
was
reason behind the game.
no, but it was really fun when Sarah and I did it.
Yeah,
It was
but-
infuriating.
Yeah.
I'd say it adds 10% to the fun factor.
Okay.
10%.
But regardless, I think that game is looking.
The fact that they pushed it back to go multi-platform, I think, will be quite upsetting to anyone that bought a Wii U.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was. I remember when the announcement came out, and loads of people were like, "What the hell?" Because the game's finished.
I'm
for
quite
Wii U,
shocked, though,
so-
because, Rayman is the last Rayman was Origins.
Yes.
Yes.
What's the new one? Rayman
Legends.
Legends.
Origins was a great game.
Awesome game.
Still haven't
And-
finished it.
Yeah, but it didn't really seem to. Weren't that many people that were bothered about it?
It didn't sell that well.
No, but I think they've built up a sort
An
of
audience,
Thing. Yeah, they're
okay.
building up that audience, and now they've got the second one.
I wish it
Now-
all the best. It was a great game, but
and now they've got the second one. People are like, okay, I maybe didn't play the first one, but this one's coming out, and people are really psyched for it because there's a little backstory that the first one got such good reviews.
And I think they did really well with their mobile game. Probably got them a lot of
Jungle
exposure.
Rush,
Jungle Run,
Jungle
which
Run.
is obviously it's not the same, but it had that same art style, and that sold so well
Yeah.
on mobile
it
that
was
could perhaps
Apple's
get it.
game of the year, maybe.
Yeah, it could get them into sort of people's mind.
Bef-
Play more Rayman.
Before we
things.
go on to tweets,
Oh, I know what's coming.
Oh,
which
God.
one? Which one?
What hair gel did Mark use for his appearance on Sky News?
That's from Joey Ed.
Ask Joey Ed.
I'd actually just come back from the
It was
hairdressers.
a lot more vertical.
Yeah, because I'd just been to the hairdressers and it's just been cut. So whatever the stuff they use in the hair, I think it's some sort of matte paste again. There you go.
Now it's more sort of down.
It is.
It was up.
I can wear it up or down, depending on how I feel.
Well, versatile.
Yeah, I'm wearing it down today.
Like a
also-
waffle.
Also,
What?
the user The Chubby Penguin says, at GameSpot, what are your thoughts on the upcoming game Watch Dogs? Is it going to live up to its demo?
Is it?
Will it live up to the
Why
hype?
is everyone so excited for this game? It
'Cause
just
it
does
looks
not look
good.
that interesting.
I think it
God.
looked really.
Am I the only one?
Yes, it looked really cool. There's especially the bit in the demo when he's trying to run away from the cops after a woman was being attacked down an alley. He intervenes. Then the cops start chasing him, and to prevent the cop car from driving through a street, he sort of raises up the barriers in the floor, and it all crashes and it kind of zooms in and explodes. But all you see come up on screen was a single button prompt.
Right.
Well, yes, it may seem very exciting to watch in that kind of actiony way, like, oh, that looks so cool. But when you're playing it, it might not feel like you've actually done anything.
Sure.
It's like, button.
Press X to run.
Yeah.
It looked like a third-person action game, and that's about it. I mean,
It is
like,
a third-person action game.
yeah, I know, but
It was presented by a creepy guy.
It just wasn't.
Oh,
that
that was
exciting.
amazing.
Like, I just
Best
don't get it.
presentation of the night.
Like, look at this. I mean, yeah, okay, there's lots of vertical buildings and stuff.
was
Great.
tear-gassed.
It's got all the Assassin's Creed overlays and stuff.
No, that was the infamous guy who was tear gassed.
Oh, that
Yeah.
was it.
Sorry to correct you, but yes, to be fair, it was.
Yes.
It looks pretty. Don't get me wrong, but
It's going to be on every platform, isn't it? It's going to be on Wii U, current gen, and next gen as well.
yeah,
So
they're clearly showing off the next gen version though.
Yeah.
Or PC,
it looks
whichever
shiny.
one.
I think we're about to see that bit you just talked about. Yes, on the live stream.
But what you see is like X.
I don't know. I get there's a lot of hype about this. I don't think it's going to live up to it.
I think when it was E3 this year, there was a lot of hype around it because it was something
It was new.
Yeah.
It didn't have a 3 at the end of it.
No, I think, it'll probably be I just don't think it's going to be like the crazy, amazing action game that everyone's hoping.
My core concern with Watch Dogs, and I've watched this demo a few times now,
Which one?
the one from the PlayStation 4 conference, is how much of that game that they've shown is just like cutscene set pieces that they've put in. So a lot of those great moments from that demo were all like with the car hitting the bollards that come up and
Wasn't
stuff.
4 supposed to be free roaming? I mean, the one they showed at PlayStation 4.
Sure, I mean,
Wasn't
but
that
they
just them walking around rather than it was like a generated story?
Wow.
they can say that, but I won't believe that in a
Okay.
million years. I think
I
that
thought
whole
that was
path.
the whole point.
I think that whole path has been scripted and demoed 14,000
Yeah.
times before it went up on stage. Like, I reckon that demo is being given out by whoever's trained to drive it, and they always do the exact same thing. I think it's following a set demonstrationable path.
Yeah.
Will the whole game have those kind of elements in? I'm sure they will. Will they be as exciting as they are in the demo? I hope they will. I think it looks really exciting. I mean, it's very hard to demo a game that is an open world game.
Yeah,
It's very, very hard
sure.
to do that. So they have to take that sort of scripted line. I mean, if you look at like Infamous 2's E3 demo, it was one of the really sort of linear missions that they showed as part of the demo. It looked very exciting. But how much of the full game will give you that sense of sort of empowerment and control that they say you will have in the demo? That's my concern, and I hope they let us play it a bit more. Ubisoft, I think, are quite bad at letting people play their single-player parts of their open-worldy games before release. Like they don't like doing it with Assassin's Creed at all.
Well, yeah, exactly. If they don't like doing it with Assassin's Creed, they're definitely not.
Yeah.
gonna-
So I mean, I don't know if we're actually going to get to play it, but like if it genuinely is a sort of that sort of liberating feel that demo has, then I think it could be really interesting. But
Okay.
I won't be convinced until I see it.
All right.
Healthy amount of skepticism now.
Yeah, Redman Gaming says, do you think calling the PS4, not just PlayStation, is a bad move if Sony want it to be used for more than just games? I mean, for me, it's like there's no need to stick a number on it, personally.
I'm sorry, Mark, I missed this question.
So the question was, do you think calling the PS4 and not just PlayStation, i.e. sticking another number on the end, is a bad move?
But
if Sony want it to be used for more than just
I
games.
think that is completely fine. You really don't want to confuse people like they did with Wii U because that was too similar. It wasn't
Yeah.
showing that there'd been any change, and people get confused with that with Macs. It's like, here's the new iMac.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of it.
I
The whole
think-
point
And
is
they
that
did-
it's less
and it can-
confusing.
no, I think it's more confusing
No.
because some people might not realise that it's any bloody different.
No, because that's the point. It renders it relevant, right? That's the whole point of that. Is like you don't need to know.
You
All
go-
you
you
need
go
to
into-
know
I think-
is you go into a shop. That's the latest one.
Yeah, you go into an
and
Apple
you ask for a
store.
MacBook, right?
Right,
That's it. You don't go, I want the MacBook 4th generation with whatever on it. You just go, I want a MacBook.
I think
Yeah, they
it
do.
was
Yeah, they
a
do that
confusing
with the
thing.
iPhone and
Yeah.
the iPad 3
The
and 2
iPhone
and 1.
changed though, didn't they? They were calling it the sequential.
No, the
like,
iPhone's
releases,
still
and then
sequential. The iPad
It was
isn't.
iPad, that was it.
Yeah.
They were like,
Right.
now
iPad's
it's just
iPad.
iPad and iPad.
You're right with the
Mini.
Wii. They should have called it Wii 2, not Wii U. That's part of the problem.
They should just not call it Wii. They should just call it something else.
No, Wii 2 is fine.
Yeah.
It's the second Wii.
You run
No,
for two.
but don't put 2 on it.
Wii U 2.
It's not.
Bono comes on.
Wii to you.
But so like
It's
if
just no these.
okay, if they'd done so, say they released the Wii U under the name Wii again, and it was like, all right, here's the new Wii. You'd get that same thing with someone going into a shop going, "Can I get that new Wii controller?" No, it's a new console.
No, but that's what I mean. If you're gonna do it, just call it something completely different. Just be like, this is the Nintendo touchy, feely screen.
So you're
thing.
saying they shouldn't call it the PlayStation; they should call it something completely different.
No, because the argument's different for the PlayStation.
Really?
Yeah,
Because it's in a long line of
Yeah, I think it
15
works.
years of
I
machine.
think it works better because people know that PlayStation.
I think it has
is
more
PlayStation-
parity to Apple products.
Yeah, because it's a brand that
Because it's
people are super
continuation.
familiar with. I think like Wii, on the other hand, okay, yeah, it's more of a recent innovation, right? So and the people that have the Wii, a lot of them are going to be not super hardcore gamers.
Yeah.
PlayStation, on the other hand, like people aren't stupid. They're going to be like, new PlayStation. That's it. I want the new PlayStation.
What about everyone's SEO, Mark?
Yeah, okay, true. That's true. It has helped us.
Yeah.
If nothing else.
Yeah, this is if you have a website, then you care about SEO. Anyone
Yeah.
else is like not bothered.
Yeah, that's true.
I completely
Well, it's a
have,
website thing, isn't it?
It is.
I have
The
no
website,
problem with them calling it PlayStation 4 instead of PlayStation.
Okay. I just read this interesting article about AMD that's unveiled, get this, the next generation hair
Yeah, I saw
simulation
this,
technology,
yeah.
which they're calling Tress FX.
Oh,
Yes.
see what I did there.
So what they're doing is rendering
Is
each individual...
Is it a furry person again?
No, it's-
not a
they've
furry.
used Lara
like
Croft.
A person covered in fur.
They've used Lara Croft as the latest example. She's not covered in fur.
Okay.
But she has like hair,
She's a furry.
obviously.
Never knew that
I
about
had to
her.
watch that. Yeah.
But they're rendering each strand of hair as a physical chain, a physical change that can be affected by gravity, wind, and character movement.
Wow.
So
And
it's like-
fire.
Yeah, there's even event collisions, so strands of hair don't pass through each other.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
That's how much effort they're putting into hair.
Is AMD then now with their technology being used in the PlayStation and potentially the Xbox as well? Are PC people going to start buying AMD?
That was the idea I had for a feature like a week ago, and I couldn't remember what it was.
Yes, quick,
And
stop the podcast. Don't let anyone nick this.
Don't write this.
No one write this down. No, that was a really good idea for a feature.
Mark, write it quickly. Go.
Mark, just stop the podcast.
Emergency eject.
So everyone at the moment, because you're all like, I mean, Martin, you're running AMD,
running it,
aren't
yeah.
you?
It's cheaper.
AMD and ATI, which is cheaper.
Yeah.
But Mark has advised myself and Johnny to buy Intel and NVIDIA. Do you have an AMD processor? No. Okay. No.
No.
That would be a bad idea. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
sorry, I don't really know what to
Quick,
talk
feature.
Must drag you out to go.
I'm just trying to write this down. Yeah, that's a really good idea. So, yeah, the thing
No one
is,
steal
Like
it.
if
Rival
everyone's getting a
website.
behind-the-scenes look at Mark writing features.
IGN,
This
if
is
you
how
steal
it
this,
works.
IGN steals this, I'll be so cross.
so cross. Yeah, I think I recommended NVIDIA to you because traditionally on the PC market, NVIDIA cards are A, more powerful, and B, have better drivers.
Can the new technology? Someone's asking. Matt Smith is asking. Can it render your magnificent hair
My magnificent
in
hair.
real time?
I don't know.
Tricky.
I don't know if AMD has the power.
No one has
with
the
Tress
technology
FX.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, it does say that you need a 7000 series card to use Tress FX.
Yeah.
Doesn't mention which bits of the range though, if it's the high end ones or not. So you could have hair. This Lara Croft hair I can see in front of me is
mate.
beautiful.
I'm gonna
It's-
come
look
with
at
that
all
hair.
the strands that are not flicking between each other. It's
I'm going to come
brilliant.
with that hair, and you are going to be so furious.
I am,
That you're
'cause-
going to kick
well-
your stupid NVIDIA card to pieces.
Hair has traditionally been one of the hardest things to make, right? Hair and fur and things like that. Anything that
Well,
involves
kind of related there.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, right? And like that's why
Fibers.
that's why Monsters Inc. was awesome when it came out.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my god, look at the fur. So they can do that in video games and make hair.
Mark's a furry.
Yeah, he likes fur. He likes the fur.
I mean, fur.
So I'm looking forward to the Tomb Raider tech demo where you get to like comb her hair, like see the amazing.
Yeah.
That's what they should have done with the old man. He had quite long hair.
They combed
They
it.
should have combed it.
But as you comb it, he cries.
And the old man, as you comb it, it falls out.
And the more hair he loses, the more he cries.
The sad gets. And David Cage this is the future of games.
That's a great French accent.
And David laughs the more you comb it. So are you making one man happy or one older man sad?
Exactly.
Oh my god, morals.
Right. Press X to old man sad face.
Yeah. Do you know what? I can't be bothered to look any through any more Twitter.
I have to
can't be
read.
bothered.
I can't
Thanks for
look
your
any more on
comments.
Twitter.
Thanks
You know,
for engaging
thank
with
you
us
for
on social
engaging with
media,
us
but
on
I can't
Twitter.
be bothered.
No, just because.
I've had enough of your goddamn engagement.
No, I just
Follow us on
mean-
Pinterest.
I just mean because there have been several news stories that have come out since then that have been tweeted on the GameSpot account. They're talking about the Cliff Blazinski stuff that happened before.
Oh, is he blogged again?
No. I'm trying to.
Stop blogging, Cliff.
That man.
I'm desperately
catching up
trying
with you
to
as
get
it
back
is.
to earlier, but I can't. It won't let me me go. That's what I mean when I say I can't be bothered, because the Wi-Fi is being terrible, not because I don't care about your comments.
Yeah.
So my apologies. That's not what I.
What's wrong?
Huh?
Can I read out a Twitch while Mark has an epic?
Read
Go on.
out Twitch. Yeah.
Go on.
The Chubby Penguin, and this seems a bit like a prank, but it might not be.
Okay.
My dad listens to this podcast every week. It will be his birthday when he next listens to this whilst he walks the dog. Do you mind say from the Chubby Penguin, happy birthday, Chris Thieker, you... I'm not going to say the last word.
A character from Futurama.
A character from Futurama who is the robot.
Yes. It would be much appreciated. He keeps posting this again.
He does.
And
And
Well, we said it now.
I
so
call
you
my
don't-
dad,
Yeah.
Mr. Penguin.
Is it your dad's birthday?
I don't know when my dad's birthday is.
I was about to say that's
Rubbish
terrible,
son.
That's a
but I don't
terrible
know either.
It is
person.
terrible.
Yeah.
But so yeah.
Seb, sorry, can you get the Lara Croft hair on? You're trying to find it, so people are asking.
Seb's actually got an Nvidia card in the
Yeah.
Can't do it.
He can't look at
Can't
the
do
hair.
it. It's on Eurogamer, Seb, that I looked at.
What?
Don't go there.
No, I'm sorry.
No.
But it wasn't.
You can go there. So to go back to my original amazing, insightful question, what would you recommend people buy ATI cards now? Or?
No,
No?
not right this second.
Sorry, I'm doing this to wine Martin.
when
up
I
here.
when I look at this, when I write this article and I figure it out
within the
then
next
I'll-
5 minutes, because you're going to have to beat.
Everyone else in the stream.
I will let you know.
Kez is on it.
Yeah. IGN is on this.
Somehow I doubt she's watching this right now.
No, but one of the agents.
One of the agents,
Yeah.
the
The
IGN
spies.
agents.
Yeah.
So we have on the live stream right now, I know we've got a bit of a delay on the live stream, but Tress Effects it's called. Standard hair versus Tress Effects hair.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's stress effects.
I would love to see that as the advert.
That's brilliant.
All right. Well, thank you very much, all of you, for your feedback. Podcast at gamespot.co.uk if you want to get in touch with us via email or the various ways, twitching and all that. Just to quickly
Yeah,
run.
post on Twitter. Mark's not bothered.
I am
Oh, yeah.
bothered.
You
I
can't
am
be
bothered.
arsed.
Can't be bothered
I am
with them,
bothered.
If you use the hashtag GSUK,
Apparently it's going to be
we're
on
more likely to
CVG in
find
10
it.
minutes. Oh no, Mark.
What's happening? What?
It's going to be on CVG in 10 minutes.
Oh.
What age do we live in? Where we
Someone's already submitted to IGN.
Oh,
No.
oh my god.
GG, Mark.
Mark.
GG.
And he's ill as well. He's ill as well.
I'm in as well. I don't know if I got the energy to do
Kill
it
it
today.
now, wrap it up.
Wrap it
Get
up.
out
Wrap
of
it up. Coming out this week, Ninja Gaiden Sigma
Your
2 Plus
feature,
on
that's
the
all.
Vita.
Our
This feature. That's it. That's all I can see that's interesting. Maybe Real Fishing Ocean Challenge on the Wii, a Wii
Yeah,
game.
there's not much this week, but next week there's Tomb Raider.
Next week's
And
Tomb
it's
Raider.
Tress FX hair.
Tress
Exciting
Effects,
release this week
yeah.
was a fourth map on Counter-Strike Go.
Yeah.
Arms Race.
Arms
Yeah.
race.
Woo.
Speaking of which, we need to go and play that.
We should.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's do one then. So thank you very let's do one. Thank you very much for joining us today, people on Twitch and people on iTunes. Thank you, Martin.
If anyone steals that feature, I will find you.
Thank you, Sarah.
I won't find you. I'm too lazy.
Okay, and thank you, Guy.
And I will. Me and Martin.
Okay.
Turn on.
So like two Liam Neesons from the film Taken.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, that's brutal.
So like Taken and Taken 2 Liam.
Don't say Taken 2.
Oh, sorry.
And thank you very much to Seb Ford
Seb
pushing the buttons
Ford.
as usual
Oh,
and
Seb.
making hair appear on the screen.
And our new intern. Sorry.
Work experience.
Work
Student
experience.
Raza. Hi, Raza.
It's going to be on next week, everyone.
Be on next week.
You can't
yeah.
see him until next week because his face is still being made or something.
Still being
being
rendered by
rendered
David
right
Cage.
It's we're rendering the Tress FX hair. So right, so okay, well join us next week. We'll be back with more of this, whatever this was, and bye.
Right, feature.
Bye.